At a girls' night gathering, my fiancée unexpectedly broadcasted herself on social media. Unbeknownst to her, I was observing the live stream through a disguised account. When questioned about her feelings towards me, she casually remarked, "He's convenient, not forever," provoking laughter among her friends. Disheartened by her candid words, I discreetly exited the app. Soon thereafter, I found myself confronted by her frantic calls and messages outside my residence. My name is Tyler, a 30-year-old aid professional primarily tasked with back-end troubleshooting and assisting users with password resets. I typically lead a stable and drama-free life, steering clear of unnecessary conflict. In stark contrast, Jenna, my 28-year-old fiancée, embodies vivacity and charisma. Holding a position at a car dealership's front desk, she impresses with her intelligence, humor, and occasional acts of kindness. Known to effortlessly persuade others, Jenna possesses a talent for convincing individuals, as demonstrated by her ability to upsell a car warranty while engaging in casual banter about reality TV and indulging in fast food fries. Her social media presence is significant, with every aspect of her life meticulously documented online through posts, stories, TikToks, reels, and live broadcasts, which she envisions as mere entertainment but carries a deeper meaning for her loyal followers. She wasn't quite at influencer status, but her online presence was enough to suggest she was working on establishing a personal brand. Initially, I didn't pay much attention to it. I wasn't the type to question why someone would share so much about themselves online. It brought her joy, and it seemed harmless enough as far as I could tell. A few weeks back, she mentioned having a low-key girls' night with two close friends from work. Just wine, snacks, and maybe a romantic comedy. She sent me a message around 7 o'clock p.m. with a "love you, see you tomorrow," and a wine glass emoji. I was fine with that, decided to stay in, ordered some Chinese takeout, and watched a silly movie that she probably would have teased me about. However, around 10:45, it struck me that she hadn't posted anything at all. No pictures, no stories, no clips of her friends enjoying music and dancing. This behavior was out of character for someone who typically shared updates on anything and everything. Out of curiosity, I've opened Instagram, and that's when I recalled something that had slipped my mind for over a year. A dormant account I had created to test multi-stream settings for a side project. Using a different username and without displaying any profile picture, I logged into an account out of curiosity. While scrolling, I unexpectedly stumbled upon a live stream featuring Jenna. The stream was titled Girls Classic Jenna Energy. With around 20 viewers, Jenna sat in the center, surrounded by her friends on the couch with wine glasses in hand. Faint music played in the background as Jenna engaged with the audience, reading comments and sharing laughs. Looking slightly buzzed, Jenna's demeanor seemed familiar. A comment popped up asking about her involvement with wedding planning and whether Tyler was part of it. Jenna's response was unexpected as she casually remarked, "He's convenient, not forever," evoking laughter from her friends and viewers. Sipping her wine, Jenna simply smiled at the camera. I silently observed, opting not to interact or capture the moment. As I turned off my phone and gazed at the blank TV screen, it dawned on me that I had just witnessed my fiancée revealing something unexpected. On for single life, she thought. The worst part, she thought no one who mattered would see it. The next morning, she came home like nothing happened, dropped her overnight bag by the door, kicked her shoes off, made a joke about how much wine they had. I asked her how it went, she said, "Chill. Nothing crazy, just needed a night with the girls." I nodded, cool. That was it. No hint of anything different on my face, no sharp tone, no passive-aggressive side comments. She didn't know I'd seen it. She didn't know I'd heard her say it. "He's convenient, not forever." She poured herself coffee and started scrolling through her phone while I cooked breakfast. That's when I knew I wasn't going to say anything, not right away. Because the worst thing you can do to someone who thinks they're above consequences is let them hang themselves slowly with their own words. Over the next few days, I didn't get colder, I got quieter. When she kissed me, I kissed her back. When she texted, I replied. But I stopped asking about her day. I stopped challenging her. I relinquished control of our plans, allowing her to take charge while I observed. By the third day, she started to notice something was off. "You okay?" she asked. "Just tired," I replied, even though I was actually unwaveringly focused. While she happily engaged in storytelling and shared selfies with wedding preparations captions, I worked surreptitiously in the background. I logged into our wedding venue booking account and requested a cancellation, securing a partial refund within the allowable timeframe. I then contacted my bank to remove my name from our joint savings account dedicated to the honeymoon funds. Additionally, I informed my landlord of my intention to vacate our current residence a month ahead of schedule, negotiating a short-term extension for a smaller one-bedroom unit, which was granted. Later on, I revisited the temporary Instagram account and watched the live replay she had left up, still visible to the public and flaunted proudly. I discreetly took a screenshot capturing the moment she was seated on the couch, holding a glass, with her convenient partner's line displayed in the comment overlay. I saved the image without sharing or forwarding it. Then I got a message from someone I barely knew, someone mutual, a girl I met once through Jenna. It came through the burner account, no intro, just dude who saw that live. I didn't reply because, yeah, I did. And I was already halfway gone. The decision wasn't dramatic. There wasn't a big moment when I stared in the mirror and gave myself a pep talk. It was more like checking out of a hotel room, quiet, mechanical, just done. I waited until Thursday. She worked the late shift that day and wouldn't be home until after 8. That gave me 5 full hours to clear out. I had already boxed up the essentials. I just needed to get them out of the apartment without her seeing. The movers were in and out in under an hour. Just a one-bedroom job, my clothes, my desktop, a few personal things. Nothing messy, nothing she'd even noticed gone until she opened a drawer. I left the ring-lit glass on the counter, didn't write a note, didn't send a text, didn't even close the bedroom door. I left her Instagram open on the iPad. While I was still active online that day, sharing a mirror selfie with the caption "feeling myself" and running a poll on whether to do her nails nude or red for bridal photos, I silenced my phone before leaving. I can only imagine her reaction when she returned home. Opening the door, tossing her bag on the couch, calling my name once, perhaps twice, only to find empty shelves, missing drawers, and a ring left behind in the glass. The series of phone calls began when she arrived home that evening. The first call came at 8:42 p.m. I was already miles away, setting up my new Wi-Fi router in a tranquil apartment free from the scent of someone else's dry shampoo. Subsequent calls followed, each one delivering a wave of emotions from confusion to denial to guilt to anger. By midnight, I had accumulated 34 missed calls, all of which went unanswered. The next morning, she attempted to FaceTime me, and again later that day. Lunch was followed by an email with the subject line, "Can we please talk?" However, we had already discussed everything. I had just stepped out of the room at the time. He may be convenient, but he's not going to be around forever. It seems like this is where our journey ends. 2 days later, she made her first public post. A black and white selfie with messy hair and a partially zipped hoodie. The caption read, "Some people just can't handle a strong woman." Classic. Her followers mainly hyped her up in the comments with heart emojis and supportive messages like "Preach and you're glowing, sis." However, there were a few comments buried deeper that hinted at a messy situation during the live stream. She deleted those, but more kept coming. It turned out that someone had screen recorded the live stream and tagged her in it. No words were needed. Her face and the context of the clip spoke for itself. In an attempt to mitigate the situation, she posted a story clarifying that the comments were taken out of context and that she was just having fun with her friends. Not once did she mention my involvement in the incident, but people could do the math. 1 minute she's planning a wedding, next minute she's posting heartbreak quotes and blaming the internet. A mutual friend texted me, "Dude, I think she's spiraling." That afternoon, she showed up at my new place. I was watching a game, half asleep on the couch, when I heard the banging on the front door followed by her voice, yelling my name over and over. I didn't get up. I didn't even mute the TV. She kept yelling, that she just wanted to talk, that she explained that this didn't have to be permanent. She didn't know I'd already signed a short-term lease with an option to extend. She didn't know I'd already sent my wedding deposit refund back to my personal account. I let her yell. After 10 minutes, she left. I waited a full hour before I sent her a single message. No greeting, no punctuation, just "You called me convenient. I believe you." She sent back a wall of text. I never opened it. It's been 3 weeks. The text stopped around day 10. She finally gave up trying to get a response. Maybe she just got tired of talking to herself. Her Instagram went dark for a while, then it popped back up with a social media break announcement. Caption said something like "Healing, growing, relearning how to love myself." A mutual friend mentioned she lost a few close followers and people stopped reacting to her stories. Apparently, one of her own friends told her to take accountability for once, but that comment disappeared pretty fast. As for me, I'm good. My new place is quiet, my fridge isn't stocked with photo props, and my weekends aren't scheduled around content ideas. I sleep better, eat slower, and watch movies without having to check the lighting. I didn't change my number or block her. I just stopped responding. The last thing she ever sent me came late one night. A simple text, no emojis, no dramatic intro. It said, "We were supposed to be forever." I waited a minute, then replied, "That's what I thought until I heard you say it wasn't." No follow-up, no reply, nothing. I locked my phone, placed its screen down. I returned to a lifestyle that no longer involved someone craving constant attention to feel significant.